Show. We're about to walk around, go towards the convention center. We were at the stadium where we're set up with our booth. And now we're gonna go ahead and go into the convention center, check out the booths there and what they got going on over there. So stay with us and let us show you this awesome stuff. What's up, everybody? So we're here right now. It's Thursday. It's the first day of the Pri Show. If you don't know what the Pri Show is, the Pri Show is one of the biggest motorsports shows in the United States, if not the world. There's 100,000 people that come through these doors during this special weekend. So you're gonna see a lot of friendly faces. Williams F1 team is right there across from us. There's a lot of different sim studios that are here, which all make awesome stuff. We made earlier with Jose, from Gomez Sim Industry that makes wheel, very awesome guy. Huyuso was here also with Simicube. There's a lot of different talent out here, a lot of drivers. We are with Jesse Uji Motorsports. Their drivers are here. Andre Castro is in our booth, and same with Jesse, he's here as well. What we're doing is giving a chance to all these people to try out the sim, set a best lap time, and there's a lot of prizes on the line. So we got number one prize is gonna be the VIP tickets that are worth $10,000 to the NASCAR 2024 race in Chicago. That's gonna be a really good race. We were attending the 2023 event and it was phenomenal. Same location, the ERA Skydeck 7, Turn 7 building, which the view is amazing from, and as you've seen in our videos previously, that place is the spot to be. All right, so here's the number 34 car. This is the same car that Jesse is going to be driving at Daytona. Very nice car. The wrap, as you guys see, our name here, right here on the car. ERA, E-Racing Association. You guys seen them on the videos with us. They do a lot of special things for sim racers. They have a membership program that costs only $40 a year, and you're capable of winning $4,000 4 times a year. So make sure to look them up, E-Racing Association. Right now we're here with the famous Matt Busa. Matt Busa is with us. Matt Busa is a pro sim racers that races in the Coca-Cola series. He's a phenomenal driver. Obviously makes us all look slow in the studio whenever he's around, but that's part of the game, you know. Some people are slow, some people are fast. So we're gonna ask Matt a few questions about sim racing and tell us what he thinks, especially since he's more of a pro than we are. I know right now, Matt, you use Logitech on your sim at home, which I guess a lot of the NASCAR guys use right now as their home setups. What would you say your most favorite wheelbase is right now that's on the market?
Yeah, I would go with right now Logitech, just because I'm so used to it. They're a really good sponsor for me actually in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola series, and I've used them for about 15 years, so a lot of muscle memory being trained to their equipment. Outside of Logitech, I love all the wheels we got here. We got a brand new one that's really nice here today.
What about as far as pedal sets? Are you using Logitech pedals as well for your setup at home?
I am. I'm using the Logitech G923 pedals, and before that I used Logitech G27. So it's more of a muscle memory thing again. I've just been really used to it and it's treated me well, so.
Yeah, you definitely had a chance to try the different pedals that we offer in the studio and also on these rigs here. They're a little bit different. Obviously, like you said, something that you get used to over the years is something that you're obviously going to be the fastest in, just like a car. And just getting used to a real car at the track, you're going to perform in that car way better than somebody that's just hopping in the car. What about your favorite track? What would you say your favorite track is as far as the NASCAR side, and also if you were doing a road course?
On the NASCAR side, I would go with Richmond. It's a short track. You can use multiple grooves there. It's really low grip. When you wear out the tires, you're sliding up the rear end all over the place. It's a lot of fun. Road courses, I would go with Lime Rock. It's a tight course. Yep, nice short road course. Mainly because it was a rookie track on iRacing, and I've run thousands of laps there over the last 15 years on iRacing. And it was the first track I got to run in real life in the Skip Arbor Formula car, so it has a lot of meaning to me.
What tips could you give to the amateur beginner sim racer right now? What would you say they would have to do in order to become one day like you, or obviously get faster and faster as they go and not give up on the sport?
Yeah, it comes down to seat time and practice, just like in real life. The more seat time you get, the faster you're going to end up being. Just training that muscle memory. Take advantage of coaching, probably. For example, us at teamcounty.gg, we offer some coaching where I can actually be your coach for an hour session and teach you some of the ins and outs and the details. We can review telemetry, show you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and help you improve.
Yeah, so I think that's something that we're definitely going to be working out. Matt actually has brought it up a few times to do something with coaching and maybe inside the studio and also remotely. So we're definitely going to be working on a program where we can teach you to become not only better racers, but become and go to the pro level. And obviously, we've been dealing with Matt for a while, so I don't see a better person to hook up and do this with. So we'll definitely see you in the future, and our goal is to make you faster. Matt, how do you feel about motion rigs versus non-motion rigs? I know that at home, and a lot of these NASCAR pros that are in the game right now, they're using non-motion static rigs. How would you say the motion changes the game, or do you honestly think that motion is the future of sim racing, or will it be something that's still, preference to somebody that's driving?
Yeah, it comes down to preference. There's a healthy balance between motion and non-motion. When you're using it every single day at home, some people might prefer a non-motion, but as far as a realistic experience, the motion is definitely the way to go. The guys here at Sim Racing Chicago, first time I hopped in a motion rig, just felt like when I got to run a skip over formula car, just feeling the curves, bouncing around. And then when you wreck, hopefully you don't wreck, but if you do, it's a pretty cool experience to wreck in a motion rig.
That sounds great. Matt probably feels like at home, especially being here, since most likely you'll see him in the real motorsports in the future. That's what he's going for, and I honestly think he'll get there. If not, he'll be definitely a good sim racer. Sim racing is going to be a sport altogether, and we'll be able to hang out with this famous guy in the future. He's here helping us out with Sim Racing Chicago. He's also here with ERA, and we're going to do some crazy things together in the future. Matt, I appreciate you coming with us and helping us out, and we're going to go set some good lap times now.
Thank you for showing up. We're about to give away our prizes for our top 10 fastest times on the sim.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with Jacob. He's in Matheson Racing, racing real late models. And he was also in the Coca-Cola E-Series for iRacing. So he's a super fast guy. He's doing the right thing. He's in real cars, not in real racing. He does phenomenal. Hey, Jake, how do you feel? How do you like the show so far?
I've had a great time so far. I love coming to PRI every year, especially coming down to the esports area. Being a big iRacer, being a big sim racer in general. I like hitting all the rigs, hitting all the different places, and just feeling it all out, all the differences. Coming over here.
How do you feel about our rigs versus the other rigs that are here present at the show?
So I feel like here, especially with the motion rigs, it's a little more of a subtle, the car lets you know what it's doing. It gives you a feel, but it's not trying to throw you out of the seat. It's not over-exaggerated. There's nothing like that. So I felt like it was really good feeling-wise. Obviously, the pedals, the wheel, the whole rig itself is all really good. I like it. I'm about to give it another shot here shortly, see if we can improve some time. But, I really like these rigs, and I'm excited to give it another shot.
Well, thanks for coming, man, and enjoy the show, and I wish you all the best of luck in real racing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake. With Jack Sullivan, who won the scholarship for Team USA. He's currently racing, and he's on his way to be hopefully a pro driver soon. Jack, tell us how you got into this.
So I started racing when I was 5 years old. I got into a go-kart from the 1950s, and it kind of just took off from there. For the first couple years, just about having fun, kind of getting me some experience, and then moved up into some modern karting, worked my way up through the ranks of the karting stuff, and we did a racing school in 2020 when I was 14, and I impressed my dad enough, so we went out and made the investment to buy our own car, and we ran it at a really restricted budget for 3 years to get the best car experience we could get for the budget we had. And I was able to impress the guy that runs the Team USA scholarship, Jeremy Shaw. I was able to impress him enough to pick me for this year's Team USA scholarship, and we went over and spent 7 weeks in the UK. My teammate Ayrton Houck and I representing our country at the Formula Ford Festival at Brands Hatch and the Walter Hayes Trophy at Silverstone, and had some solid finishes. I was able to put down a pretty solid 9th place at the festival. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of an issue at the Walter Hayes, but it was overall an incredible experience, and I met so many new people, made so many new connections, and I think it's going to be the big role in my development as a professional driver.
That is amazing. The story alone gives me shivers. I mean, I wish you the best of luck. It was a pleasure meeting you. How would you say the sims relate to real racing? And do you do a lot of sim racing in between your real races?
Sim racing to me is very vital. I mean, if I were to show up to a track like Brands without any experience at all, even on a sim, it would have been an absolute disaster. And I think that more so just getting your consistency and knowing each track that you're going to is the most important thing to come out of sim racing. As far as car feel goes, it's really good. There's some little differences, but that's obviously the feel in your butt, and so some of the motion platforms out there do a very good job at replicating that. And something as simple as a butt kicker to kind of make the tiny little vibrations, that helps a lot in car feel. And I really think that sim racing is vital if you're trying to become a professional.
Well, here we at Sim Racing Chicago, we build our own motion kits. We do a lot of custom work ourselves, and we'd love to somehow help you out on your journey to your success. And maybe we can hook up later and get you some gear so that you can get into sim racing and get a little more feel for the real deal. You know?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Awesome. Pleasure meeting you, and I wish you the best of luck in everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Hey, what's up? We're here with Christian from Saabelp. He actually went from sim racing into real life racing. Tell us about your journey, man. How did you start and how did you end up in the real car?
Yeah, it's a little bit odd. Mine's a little different than other people's. I was decent on iRacing. For the state of Indiana, I was the top road racer for a little bit in high school, but that was back in 2018, 2019. My dad had owned a team for a while at that point, but still in racing you make no money. There's zero money.
You only spend money.
And we really had no money. We had no money to go karting, no money to even do rental carts. Like it was just, we were breaking even, trying to make ends meet, and I got really lucky right after I had graduated high school. There was a seat that came available for one of our races that had already been paid for. Somebody had backed out. So Dad asked, "Hey, do you wanna run this race? We work something out. You can run it." So I got all the gear ready.
Wow.
Seatbelt suit, seatbelt gloves, seatbelt shoes, and we did Sebring in 21 and podium both races.
Wow.
I went right into pro racing.
So you went to podium right away?
Yeah, 3rd place. It was hard fought, very hard fought. Some luck. I think every podium is a lot of luck, even in sim racing. So
right, of course.
There was a lot of luck there to get to the podium, but it definitely snowballed into where I am today.
Wow, that's great. And how many races do you do a year now?
So in SRO, we do SROTC America. We do 2 races a weekend, and that's 7 weekends, so 14.
Wow.
And this year I've done a little mix of everything. I did the full season of SRO, 1 IMSA race and 1 dirt race.
That's great.
Race, so.
And what kind of car do you drive?
I drive a mini JCW TC.
Nice, nice. And so how did sim racing help you?
Oh my, it was, it doesn't even, it's funny that I remember as a kid, I see these drivers saying it's so similar, and I'm like, can it be? And everything I learned on iRacing, I implemented in that first race. There wasn't a single thing that I didn't do that I wouldn't have done in iRacing.
Wow, that's great. That's great to hear. There's a lot of success.
Actually, I felt right at home, because as soon as I was like, oh, I've done that before, and I slowly started picking the pieces up to be like, oh, I can do this.
That is
the
great.
nerves wore off, and I was like, it's just like the sim. right?
Yeah, we do the same thing in our studio. We had an event on March 25th with one of the Lamborghini Super Trofeo teams. And the guy that won, his name is Nate Olson. He's really fast. He's the fastest guy in Illinois. He has a 8,000 or 9,000 I rating. And he went from racing there and they took him out and he did champ car with them. And he's probably going to get a ride now in that seat. So it's kind of similar story, but congratulations on all your success, man.
Yeah.
It's good to hear a story like that. It's inspiring to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot more sim racers are going to definitely get behind the seats and we're going to see some real competition out there real soon. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you, Christian.